Okay, so welcome to this module. In this module, we are going to very briefly, quickly go over how the tips and tricks to help grow your Etsy pregnancy announcement shop. So by now we have done all the work, we've done all that foundation work to research, to create, and to get our pregnancy announcements listed. But this module is just going to give you some additional help with how to sustain and scale your success. So how do you keep that traffic flowing? How do you stay relevant year round? And how do you turn this one idea into a full thriving product line? So let's talk about some marketing ideas that work. So if you want consistent Etsy sales, you can't just list and hope that someone is going to see it. You've got to actively put your listings in front of people, and ads are going to be really, really pivotal in you, especially if you're starting a new store, in getting your listings out there, getting them seen. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but I would definitely, if you are investing in your business and you want your business to grow at a steady rate, then ads are definitely the way to go. If you want to boost your visibility fast, then I would definitely say for the first few listings, if you're starting out, a small daily budget of $2 to $3 a day across all of your digital pregnancy announcements is a great place to start, because the feedback that you get from those ads, you get to see how many people are viewing them, how many people are clicking, and what keywords they are typing in to find your listing as well. So it's just a really great way of getting some additional intel as to whether you have chosen a niche that is in high demand and whether people even like your designs or not. Because if you get a lot of clicks, but no sales, then it means that people are seeing your listing, they are interested to click through, but then for some reason they're not making a purchase. And it might be that maybe your description needs tweaking or your mock-ups need to be improved. So but ads are going to be that really quick way of being able to validate whether there is demand for your product or not, or whether you need to go back and tweak it if necessary. Obviously, the aim is to use those high quality mock-ups, make sure that those mock-ups are really demonstrating your product and showing your product in its best light. But if it isn't, then that's something that I would definitely say you need to make sure that is on point. Also, running sales, and I did touch on this in the previous module, running sales is a great way of getting more eyeballs to your listings as well. So that paired with ads is going to be a really great way to just really push your listings out there. So let me show you what I would do. So with the listing that we have just put up, you would click promote over here. Go to marketing. Go to sales and discounts. And then click down here to run a sale. And now here, I generally go for, you can actually, they've got 25, 30, up to 50% off. And then you can actually do custom as well if you want to offer even more. But I generally go for 50% off. And then where is this offer valid? That just refers to whether you want the offer to be shown to everyone around worldwide, or you only want certain countries to be able to benefit from that count. I always put everywhere. And then the sale duration. Now, people do this differently, but for me personally, the thing that I found has been really, really beneficial to my sales is to actually have a 24-hour sale. Because then what that does is it means, and I'll show you, it means that to the buyer, it appears that sale is about to run out that day. And usually it'll be like, it's only a couple of hours left. And that's how Etsy then increases that kind of FOMO, that fear of missing out, by just saying, oh, a couple of hours left. So and I'm going to show you how to do this. So let me actually just show you right now. So we are on July 28th. This when I'm recording this. So we're going to put July 28th there. And then we are going to put July 28th there. And then for the sale, I think I'm already running a sale, so this might not work in the way that I want it to, but we're just going to put July 28th. Then we're going to click continue. And then we're going to put that on all listings, or if you've got lots of listings in your shop and you don't want to have them all at 50%, then you would select your listings and then look for them. But I'm just going to put all listings. I'm going to click review and confirm. And so now what is showing here is that it's 50% off discount. The duration is only for that day, 28th to the 28th. It is including the whole shop, and that is the sale name. No one sees that sale name. It's just for your reference. And then just click confirm and create sale. So your sale is now live. And so if we go back to that listing now, so I had to just open it up in an incognito browser just so that you can see what the buyer would see. So we got this here, and then we've got the 50% off. And then we also have sale ends in only a couple of hours. Because of when I'm filming this, it's the evening now. And so there's only a couple of hours left of the day. And so it does a really great job of then increasing that need to buy, that urgency, because then a buyer will look at that and think, oh my God, I've only got a couple of hours. Let me buy now before it runs out. Not knowing that actually the sale is going to reset tomorrow. But it's just a really great strategy to just get someone to buy in that moment rather than coming back and having a think and coming back. And paired with the fact that there's 50% off sale or however much you want to take off, it just makes it more of a no-brainer and makes it more of an easy sale for your customer as well. And so all you would do is that, so that day was the 28th, and then you just move on to 29th, add your 50%, give it a sale name, 29 July, sale, and then click continue. And then that means that sale is going to reset at midnight for that next day. And so it will always show that it's about to, it looks like it's about to end. It's only got a couple of hours left, or 24 hours left, or 22 hours left, depending on what time of day it is. And so it's a bit fiddly to go through and do every single date, but it really isn't going to take you more than 5 minutes. And it could make all the difference in your sales and how you make sales. So that is one really good tip, to then marry that with the 50% with the ads as well. 50% off with the ads. Apart from that, there are some share and save tools here, which are great. So you might want to click the Pinterest save button and then get that uploaded to your Pinterest account if you have one. And in the same way that we have keyworded this product, we would then probably just use the main keyword here and then use that on the back end of our Pinterest account just to label that and have it having a direct link. So let me quickly show you what I mean. So we would then probably create a board and we just type in pregnancy announcements. So then we're going to create that board. So we've now saved that pin. I'm going to go to see it now. And then as we can see, it's just pulled all the details from there and also has that direct link. What is also done though, and that's why I just more rely on ads on Etsy and, running those sales, is it's also then suggesting other people's similar products. But that is the nature of the game, especially on Etsy, is that it is a platform that lots of people are selling on. So you have to be able to compete. But but this is just a great additional strategy just to get your product out there in front of eyeballs. But I would definitely say my main thing that has helped me grow my shop is to use the 50% off sale and also run some ads as well and have that 50% off for 24 hours, just rotating every 24 hours, it resets. And that's really worked well for me. So apart from that, there are the other share and save tools. So share to Facebook, share to X. I've never really found very much benefit from that. But again, if you want to just get your product out there, you never know who might see it. As you can tell, I just to do my ads and run my sale as well. And that seems to do well. And the main thing is to make this whole business as efficient, streamlined, and as headache-free as possible. So once I've got my listing up, I've got my photos done, I've got my mock-ups done, I've got a nice description, I will then run my ads, do my sale, and then move on to the next one as soon as possible. So yeah, I would definitely say that for you, if you're starting off with your store, and this is the only thing you're selling in your store, then definitely follow those tips. Run $2 to $3 per day in ads to start off with. And then as you start to build up your shop, then you might want to increase that and just slowly increase that week by week, month by month. Another thing I would definitely suggest is to plan your shop around holidays and life moments that you can then tie into the theming of your pregnancy announcement. Again, we have spoken about this before, but if we are just going over this seasonal calendar strategy, we've got January, season of January, the month of January. The ideas would be New Year, new baby reveals. For February, definitely Valentine's Day theme. For March and April, Easter, baby announcements. Summer would be more beachy, but maybe even Independence Day, barbecues and things like that. September and November, we've got fall, we've got pumpkins, Halloween, and even Thanksgiving. And then obviously December is Christmas and Winter Wonderland. And for these seasonal designs, you would definitely want to start listing them 4 to 6 weeks prior to the event, because that's when people are starting to look, and maybe even earlier than that. I don't think there is a too early event. There's not a time that is too early. So the earlier the better, but at least 4 to 6 weeks. Talking about that theming and expanding your product line really easily. Some other ideas are for twins, because I've noticed that there aren't very many twin announcements. So you could then just repurpose that main listing and then use the same image prompt, but then manufacture it, rework it for twins. You could have a baby number 2 announcement. You could have rainbow baby, IVF adoption, gender specific, and then obviously the minimalist and things like that. There, as I said, you are only going to be limited by your own creativity there. So to recap, your pathway to a thriving pregnancy shop business, definitely implement that ad strategy, the 24-hour sales strategy. Use that share button, get it up on Pinterest as well. Make sure that you are planning well in advance. Create a calendar to stay ahead of the holidays and peak announcement times. And then also just use your brain and expand thoughtfully. In the previous modules, we did run through tools such as Sales Samurai and Everbee, and also that ABC spaghetti strategy, where we were just using Etsy itself to uncover some hidden gems, some hidden keywords. But if you don't know already, I just love researching keywords and uncovering keywords. And if you don't know of me on YouTube, I have lots of videos where I'm bringing you unsaturated, untapped keywords and digital product ideas for products to sell on Etsy. That's just what I love to do. And I would definitely suggest that you take the time out to uncover those hidden gems, those low-hanging fruit, the ones that other people aren't bothered to look for or cater to, because that is where you will definitely find the gold, believe me.